Good afternoon, girls. Children, I am going to begin the new chapter in physics, that is gravitation, chapter number 10. Now, in this chapter, we are going to study what is gravitation, that is, what is the force of gravity, what is gravitational force. We are also going to study the Newton's law of gravitation, and then there are many more topics. So, today I am going to tell you the introduction, that what is gravity, what is the force of gravity, and then where is the force of gravity present. Okay, now you know that there are different kinds of forces. Okay, when we categorize them, it will be either a contact force or it is a non-contact force. Either the force can be a contact force or a non-contact force. Now, because we are studying gravitation, we are going to only stress on the non-contact forces. First one, the type of force which you are familiar with, is a magnetic force. That means if this is a magnet, and if you keep this iron object somewhere little close to it, so it will get attracted. It does not need a contact to for this attraction. Okay, so this is a non-contact force. Similarly, you also know about the electrostatic force. Yes, you also know about the gravitational force. Okay, now since we are dealing with this chapter gravitation, we are going to study now what is the force of gravity, what is the gravitational force, where is it present, and what does this force do. Okay, now you know that you have experienced that if you throw a ball in the upward direction, it will come down. Yes, anything, not only a ball. If you throw something up, suppose I throw this pen in the upward direction, it will come down and it will fall down on the surface of the earth. Okay, now you you have done this activity. I mean, most of the times you've done this, that if you throw something upwards, it will come down. Now, why an object falls down? Any object will fall down towards the surface of the earth because there is a force which is present, and that force is pulling everything towards itself. Okay, and this force is called the force of gravity present on the earth. And how it was discovered? Once Sir Isaac Newton, once he was sitting under, he was a scientist, he was sitting under a tree and a fruit fell on him. When this fruit fell on him, he started wondering why this fruit is falling down rather than going in some other direction, or rather than going up. So he started wondering that why objects fall down, or yes, they get attracted towards the surface of the earth rather than going in the upward direction. So this incident actually led to the discovery of the force of gravity. So he started wondering that there has to be some force which is present on the earth, that any fruit or any object which is from a height, it always falls down towards the surface of the earth. And this force was named as the force of gravity, which is also called the gravitational force. So we can define gravitational force as the force with which we can define the force of gravity as the force with which an object gets attracted to the surface of the earth is called the force of gravity. Yes, and you all have experienced this, that if you throw something upwards, it will fall down. And why is this? Why this happens? Because there is a force which is present on the surface of the earth, and that force pulls everything towards itself. Okay, so we can define the gravitational force as the force with which any object gets attracted to the surface of the earth, and we define it as, we call it as a force of gravity or the gravitational force. Now later it was discovered that the force of gravity is not only present on the surface of the earth, it is present in the whole universe. Okay, so what did I say? That later it was discovered that the force of gravity is not only present on the earth, it is present everywhere in the universe. Now, there are some examples which I am going to tell you that, that will explain that the force of gravity is present everywhere or it is present in the whole universe. Like, you know that the planets revolve around the sun. Yes, you also know that the moon revolves around the earth. Now, how this is possible that the planets are revolving around the sun in a specific orbit? If you draw, 1 minute. The planets are revolving around the sun. You know it is in a specific orbit. If this is sun, you know this is, what are these? These are orbits. Orbits are specific path. So that means there has to be some force around this which is actually keeping all the planets in their, planetary in their positions or in their orbits, and they are not moving in some other direction. So therefore it was discovered that there is a force of gravity which is present in, in the sun, which is keeping intact all the planets which are revolving around it. Okay, so we can say that sun also has its own gravity. Okay, so because of the force of gravity of the sun, what exists? Solar system exists. Okay, this one example tells you that the force of gravity is present in the universe also. Okay, now similarly, if we come to the planet Earth, you know the Earth, our Earth, moon revolves around the Earth. Not only Earth has a moon, there are other planets also which have the moon. So even Earth, you know that Earth has its gravity. So because of the gravity of the Earth, okay, the moon is revolving in its fixed orbit. So these are some examples which tell us that the force of gravity is present everywhere in the universe, and the one existence of solar system is also due to the presence of gravity. Moon revolving around the earth, it means that earth has its own gravity. Similarly, there are other planets also which have moons, they also have their own gravity. Okay, so gravity does not only exist on the earth, it exists everywhere in the universe. Okay, so now we can define the force of gravitation as, we will not only stress on that it is present only on the earth, it is present everywhere in the universe. Okay, and we can define now the force of gravitation as, every object in the universe, okay, attracts every other object by a force called the force of gravity. Yes, and we can show this force of gravity by capital F. And you know that force is measured in Newton. We have studied this in the previous chapter. So we can define every object in the universe attracts every other object by a force, and that force is called the force of gravity. Now you will say that if there is a force of gravity in every object, then why they are not getting attracted to each other? Okay, so suppose I take these two objects, right? Now there is, according to this statement, every object attracts every other object by a force which is called the force of gravity, and this is present everywhere in the universe. Now you know that this force of attraction between any two objects, this force is a very weak force. Okay, and the force which is present on the earth is stronger than the force which is existing between any two objects. That is why this force cannot be felt, or we can say that this is a very very extremely weak force. Okay, suppose I drop this. If I drop this, it will fall down, it will go down. Okay, similarly this pen also, if I leave it from my hands, it will go down. So why we do not see the force of attraction between any two objects? The answer to this is that the force of gravity between any two objects, this force is a very weak force, and therefore the attraction of any two objects cannot be seen or it cannot be felt. Okay, so what is the force of gravity? The force of gravity is defined as the force which is present everywhere in the universe. Okay, and examples, we can say that anything when we throw in the upward direction, it falls down. This shows that the force of gravity is present on the earth. Then how do we know that it is present in the universe? Existence of solar system is one big example of the presence of the gravity in the universe. Okay, that is why all the planets which are revolving around the sun are moving in a fixed path. They are moving in a specific orbit. Okay, and this shows that there is some force which is keeping the whole solar system intact. Now you also should know one more term, one more name in fact, and that is the centripetal force. The name of this force is this name you will be using it in this chapter, centripetal force. Okay, now you know that if suppose this is earth, yes, and the moon is revolving around it, we know that earth has the gravitational force. Now the force which is the force which is keeping this moon intact or in its orbit, this force and the motion of the planets as well as the motion of the satellites are always in which path? In a circular path. So because we know that the gravity is present on the earth, this gravitational force provides the necessary centripetal force for the moon to keep it in its orbit. Okay, you understood what I said? Because earth has its own gravity. Okay, you know that because the motion is a circular motion, this earth is providing the necessary centripetal force to the moon to keep it in its orbit and continue its motion. Okay, same thing I can say for the sun and the planets. If this is sun and the planets are revolving, okay, what is this force called which is keeping the circular motion of the planets intact? This force is called the centripetal force, which is provided by the gravitational force of the sun. So we can just simply understand that if any object is in motion, okay, if any object is in motion in the circular path, what is that force which keeps that object in the circular path? That force is called the centripetal force, and that is provided by the gravitational force of that particular object. It can be either sun or it can be either the earth. Okay, I'm talking about the circular motion. So you have to remember that any object which is in the circular motion, okay, is moving in its own path, in a specific path, due to the presence of the centripetal force in that object. Okay, so you have to remember today what is the force of gravity, which incident led to the discovery of the force of gravity, who discovered force of gravity, means which scientist, then some examples which show us that the force of gravity is present everywhere in the universe, and you can write 4 to 5 examples in the notebook. Like if we throw a pen in the upward direction, it will come down. If you throw a ball in the upward direction, it will fall down towards the earth. This shows that there is a force of gravity present on the earth. Okay, so you will revise all this. You can see my video and you will write these definitions in the notebook. Now, I hope this is clear to you. What is the centripetal force? The centripetal force is the force which keeps the circular motion of the planets or the objects around an object which is moving in a specific path. Okay. Now we have the law of gravitation. Now this law of gravitation was given by Sir Isaac Newton. So therefore we call this as the Newton's law of gravitation. Okay, we have done 3 laws in the previous chapter: Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. Now we have Newton's law of gravitation. Now you know that the force, if you think about a magnet and an iron piece, suppose this is a magnet, this is an iron piece. If you keep this iron piece at this distance, after some time you will see that there is attraction. Okay, so we can say that the attraction of this object depends on the distance. Okay, if I leave it little far apart, if it is beyond the magnetic field, then there will be no attraction. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain you over here is that the force which is acting on the earth or the force which is present on the magnet depends on the distance. Okay, so Newton's law of gravitation says that any two object will be attracted. Okay, there will be a force of attraction between any two objects, and that force of attraction will depend on the masses of these two objects and the distance between the two objects. This derivation I will explain you tomorrow. Today you will learn the statement that according to the Newton's law of gravitation, it says that every object attracts every other object. Okay, I repeat, every object attracts every other object on this universe, okay, or in this universe by a force, okay, by a force which depends on two factors. Number one, masses of the two objects and the distance between the two objects. Okay, now the statement is given in your book. You will go through it. Now today you will write, today just introduction I have done with you. Today you write what is the force of gravity or the force of gravitation. Then you will write who discovered this, which incident led to the discovery of this force of gravity. Examples of the force of gravity means write 2-3 incidents, like if you throw an object upwards it comes down. These examples you write, and then you also write that how show that the force of gravity exists in the universe. You can write example of the moon, example of the planets around the sun, that is existence of solar system. All these points you write today. If you want, I can send you the notes and learn all these points, and then also write the statement of the law of gravitation, which says that every object in the universe attracts every other object, okay, by a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now this derivation, children, I am going to explain you tomorrow. Okay, you will copy down as I will explain, you will copy down and you will practice this in your notebook. Okay, so complete your work whatever I told you, and any doubts if you have you can ask me, and I will send you the notes of this particular topics. Okay, thank you, have a good day.